The Aggies will start with the football. They've got Chase Lane back deep to receive the opening kick. 7 overtimes to decide this game 2 years ago in College Station. Last season, a drubbing of the Aggies at the hands of LSU. You know, there are plenty of guys that are still on this team that remember last year's game. And probably A&M quarterback Kellen Mond's worst performance of his career. So it's an opportunity for him to get some payback tonight. And it will come out to the 25. They always want to run the ball. And a Jimbo Fisher offense. And Isaiah Spiller has been extraordinarily good doing just that. Mond off play action. Wide open to Spiller, and he drops the ball in the flat. As we check our Chick-fil-A impact players. Going to get man-to-man pressure across the board. Mond hangs in the pocket, floats one to the first down line to gain. Anaya Smith makes a diving catch, and it looks like it is. It is a short kick. And it looks like it's going to be terrific field position. 35-yard line. And Davis Price finds 2.5, maybe 3 yards. 4-man rush. Finley wide open. Ray Jenkins first down and more. He's past midfield into Aggies territory. Dolphins. Play action. Finley scanning the field. He's going to take a deep shot and put this one up against the sideline and out of bounds. Execute exactly what's asked of you. Operate your offense, and he did that well. And then when the play needed to get made, he made it. 2 yards for Davis Price. Brings up third down. Finley sees pressure coming from his left. Now it's coming. It's a 5-man rush off his back foot. He beats the pressure, but not getting to the first down line to gain was Coy Moore. He left his feet. It'll be 4th down and 2. And hustling up to the football. Set to go for it on 4th down. Finley getting his group ready. Davis Price. Did he get there? It doesn't appear so. It looks like the Aggies get a stop on downs. Just enough of Ty Davis Price to get the stop on downs. Let's see. It is a stop for Texas A&M. The sophomore gets the football back for his offense.
This week said Monday's practice the most intense practice they've had all season.
All that you can ask out of your head coach for your players.
A keeper for Mond. He's got a crease. Kellen Mond to the 40-yard line of LSU. Flag thrown.
Dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, defense number 7. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So Jacoby Stevens tacks on another 15 for A&M.
Just watch the back. The linebacker follow that tailback. It allows the offensive line to get up. No one there left for Kellen Mond. And then the late hit out of bounds by
Spiller for a yard. All right, Texas A&M.
He plays Alabama next week. And so you want to make sure that you come out and show everybody you are convincingly one of those 4 best teams.
Mond throws it into dangerous territory. Anaya Smith, the intended receiver. Cordell Flott jumped the route. A flag down as well.
Pass interference, defense number 25. The penalty will place the ball at the spot of the foul and includes an automatic first down.
Spiller cuts, but they're going to say his knee was down behind the line of scrimmage.
Bad one, get you into an ideal play.
Weidermeyer has it knocked away by Jacoby Stevens. Now it will be 3rd down and 14.
To keep the ball in front of you, not give up those big plays.
Mond well protected on 3rd down. Floats one up the seam, incomplete. Tried to drop it into Hezekiah Jones, so it will be a field goal attempt. from 42. He's got it. The Aggies strike first. It's 3-0 Texas A&M.
Yeah, that's a lot of knowledge and nuggets tied into one.
That's the kind of information really surprised that you wouldn't think I would bring. DJ Finley. Only a three-man rush, still forced out of the pocket. And tries to squeeze one into a tight window. That pass incomplete, juggled and dropped by Davis Price. Again, an unaccounted for blitzer off the edge. Screen, Butte, nowhere to go. Grabbed around the ankles and dropped after maybe a gain of a couple of yards by Leal. In case you're unfamiliar with Texas A&M, high snap, pulled down and trying to get away from the rush and really doing an amazing job to somehow get his foot on the football and get it not only past the line of scrimmage, but at least rolling into...
As they have in college football, seeing the different levels in the run game.
Spiller, nowhere to go at the line of scrimmage.
It just gives him great comfort in his play calling.
They go empty here. And Mond's ball is tipped and falls incomplete. Hezekiah Jones, down in 10, play clock at 4. LSU brings a four-man rush. Mond, well protected, nothing open downfield. Finally throws one over the middle and trying to get it through a tight window to Weidermeyer.
And so far to start this game, they're doing just that.
Constantino forcing a fair catch from Coy Moore. Based on the investigation's findings, we would certainly hope that would be the case. Here's John Emery up the middle for 3 yards. Buddy Johnson in on the stop for Texas A&M.
Right now, Texas A&M looks like a football team that hasn't played in 3 weeks. You know, they're not efficient on first down, a lot of third and longs.
Finley plays with tempo. A little wide receiver screen to Butte, but he's got nowhere to go. And now it will be 3rd down and 6. Four-man rush. Still they get a free runner. How about Finley? Stepping aside, he does dump it over the middle, but Marshall is brought down by Keldrick Carper, at least a couple of yards shot of a first down. That's a true
offensively.
Anaya Smith goes from 0 to 19 as the punt returner. He is back deep. He's going to let this one hop and field it on a bounce. And pick up a couple of yards on the return.
A ton on their shoulders.
Spiller. Up the middle for 3.5. A&M be there. Have to figure out a way to get by LSU first. Mond, 2nd and 6. Wide open. It's Smith. Such versatility. Take Anaya Smith, move him all over the field, and they find him for a first down here.
Catch up with your personnel.
There he goes in motion. Mond off play action, looking downfield. He's going to take a shot. Incomplete. Looking for Hezekiah Jones. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Good job so far at the important things tonight.
Can they keep it up? An option opportunity here. Mond on the keeper. Picks up 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Mond looking Weidermeyer's way. Incomplete. Another pass defense for Jabril Cox. And now it's 4th down and 5. Coach O want the penalty.
Play of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
So they will enforce the 5 yards. Constantino will try and angle one. Does it perfectly, down to the 1-yard line. Well, that certainly makes the decision to punt and not go for it on 4th down and 5 stand up. Johnson in for TJ Finley at quarterback. A zone read here. And Davis Price pushes the ball for a couple of yards. I only made fun at the goal line.
You hit hybrid as far as you hit driver, bud.
Quarterback run. And he's got about 1.5 yards to 2 yards. Johnson with a rifle shot. Did Eric Gilbert get to the first down marker? Doesn't look like he did. No, he's going to be at least 1 yard short. It'll be 4th and 1, and LSU will have to punt.
to every route, and the ball is timed up with the quarterback drop and getting it out of his hands. And it just happens that he goes 5 yards and gets tackled right in that moment.
A bobble on the fair catch by Anaya Smith, but
It would be any way where if Ohio State doesn't get enough games in to qualify for their conference championship, where they get into the college football playoff. That just cannot happen this year in college football. Absolutely,
yeah.
no doubt about it. But if they don't get both of those or one of those two,
Spiller in the secondary. Isaiah Spiller looking for the power line with a stiff arm. Is he in? Touchdown. Yards for the sophomore, Isaiah Spiller, and he stretches the A&M lead. There is a flag down. Now the marker's all the way down near the goal line.
The result of the play is a touchdown. During the play, personal foul, face mask, defense number 31. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the succeeding kickoff.
Sixth rushing touchdown of the season for Isaiah Spiller, the number 3 running back in terms of yards per game in the SEC, and he makes a big one happen here.
now watch, you're going to arc release these guys out front. You're going to pull and lead block, which is great, but watch the center, McCullum. Freeze it. McCullum is going to get his piece right here and then peel back for Ojulari to spring Spiller right there. You block out, you get those pullers. McCullum gets 2 for 1, and that gives Spiller the space in the open field. That, I mentioned he's really good at the second level and third level of thinking. He knew he had to get his guy, but he really...
An Aggie. His dad actually had a back injury that ended his career early. Still Max Johnson in at quarterback, and he swings one to Terrace Marshall, and that is good for 12 and a first down in a 52-24 win. Now it's Max Johnson, though, quarterback run here, and he picks up a yard. He is in the shotgun, taking on the number 5 team in America, and it's quarterback run again, and he is met again by a tackle machine and Buddy Johnson, who has led this defense in tackles 5 of their 6 games this year. What an early second quarter. Texas A&M rushes 4. And he misses a wide open John Emery in the right flat. It'll be a punt for LSU.
You're not settled.
Von Rosenberg. Anaya Smith catches it on the dead run. Stays on his feet out to about the 34-yard line. That's where A&M will take in these last 4 games for his Aggies. Spiller turns the corner again to the 36-yard line of LSU before Flock finally throws him down.
Watch Anaya Smith from the left side of the screen pop. He clips the safety. A great block by Weidermeyer, and then Isaiah Spiller showing that vision, that speed out into the open field.
There he goes in motion. Instead it's Spiller muscling his way, averaging over 10 yards per carry with that long one he ripped off. Mond swings one. Spiller in space. Puts the brakes on. Gets thrown down by Baskerville.
Now 3rd and 2.
Mond on the run. That's a first down to Anaya Smith. Stays in bounds. Boy, talk about strength. Shakes off a tackler and picks up an extra 6 or 7 yards. Spiller, that's a trick play, and he drops it off to the right tackle, Carson Green. LSU blew up the trick play in the backfield, and Spiller, he was... Mons, pressure coming off the edge. He just floats one inside the 5-yard line for Weidermeyer, and it's knocked away. And again, it's Jabril Cox there, hand-checking Weidermeyer.
It's a good job by Mon getting his ball off. It looks to me like Cox rips at Weidermeyer's jersey right here. That left shoulder pulls him down.
Bitter old quarterback, so there's only so many times you're not going to side with pass interference. Mont over the middle. There's Weidermeyer muscling his way to the 5-yard line. Eli Ricks, the freshman, made the stop. Is it good enough for a first down? Ball tradition's alive as best we can. They still had the midnight yell last night. And for the second time here in the first half, a replay has kept Texas A&M just a shade shy of a first down. Mont, quarterback sneak. The ball pops out. It's loose. And it is recovered well behind the line to gain by Texas A&M. Kellen Mond put the ball in harm's way, and it popped free. And he finds a soft spot in the zone to Terrace Marshall. And Marshall, an extra gear. All the way down to about the 30-yard line of Texas A&M before he's finally brought down.
Just before that backer breaks it up.
Play action here. He's going to lob one for the end zone. Hauling it in is Boutte. Is he in? Yes! That's an LSU touchdown.
Down. Look at reach. Ooh.
Well, Matt Austin, a longtime SEC referee. By the way, the last game Matt Austin worked was the 7 overtime game between these two teams a couple of years ago. That's some way to say goodbye.
After further review, the pass has been ruled incomplete. Therefore, the LSU ball, 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line. The ball will be placed on the right hash.
Environment.
Pressure off the edge. Finley tipped ball on the carom. Is it intercepted? Jalen Jones. Did he get his arms underneath it? Intended for Eric Gilbert. And it is ruled a pick. One play after the touchdown pass is taken away from LSU.
It's a run pass option. Finley gets pressure off his left. He's thinking one thing. Gilbert's thinking another thing. Ball's behind. Tips. Equal interceptions in the SEC. Aggies ball.
On ESPN, Kellen Mond back to work. Flag down at the snap. Spiller down as well.
Holding on the offense, number 73. 10-yard penalties in the previous spot. Repeat, first down.
Isaiah Spiller, nowhere to go again. It'll be 2nd down and 21.
At the right time. A&M did it great.
Mont lobs one down the sideline. Trying to haul it in, Hezekiah Jones. And it's incomplete. Stingley was there in coverage.
But look at Stingley playing underneath. Hezekiah Jones does an outstanding job of getting that left hand on the ball.
Was lost for a time. I'll hand it off here to Spiller. And he's going nowhere as well. Let's check in with...
It's so difficult for quarterbacks to feel comfortable throwing the ball to that receiver because the body's in between him and that receiver, and they're doing a good job of it tonight.
LSU will begin at M45-yard line. They'll hand it to Davis Price, and Davis Price will lose a yard. DJ Finley stands tall in the pocket. Now he is going to run, shedding tacklers, and just about pick up a first down on his own. He'll be a yard short, and it looks like we've got it. And right at the heart of the defense, they'll just push the pile, and Davis Price is able to get a fresh set of downs. Now playing with some tempo. Finley flips one in the right flat. Freshman tight end Cole Taylor with a flag down.
I think they're going to get Eric Young.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 4, contact with the head of the passer. 15-yard penalties, and then to the run. Automatic first down.
Watch Young off the edge. Bottom of the screen. Ball comes out, and then look at the hit to the helmet. It's not egregious. It's not violent.
Davis Price. Right into the arms of Aaron Hansford. Hands
across the board. Find your matchup, TJ Finley.
or quarterback run against a three-man defensive line. And DeMarvin Leal says, I am unblockable tonight. He has been tough.
Watch Bobby Brown 5. He splits it. And then Leal falls back underneath. You mentioned it, Bob, that three-man front. That can't happen. That can't happen in that three-man front. But credit Bobby Brown and credit Leal for falling back underneath.
3rd down and 10. Aggies bring a blitz. Reaching back to try and haul it in was Eric Gilbert, and he couldn't do it. An inaccurate throw by TJ Finley with the pressure coming.
Play uncomfortably.
Line drive kick from Cade York's no good. Of time with all 3 timeouts for Kellen Mond. That's a sliding attempt that won't find Anaya Smith.
They're hanging right into this ball game.
A toss out to the edge to Spiller. He's got a first down if the play stands. Weidermeyer.
Whatever blocking scheme or protection is.
He'll run it himself, pick up about 5 yards. Let's check in with Matt.
All right, guys, coming up on the Nissan.
Kellen Mond. Hands to Spiller, and he continues to work on a 100-yard half as he is very close to a first down. Spiller. First down and more. There's a flag down. It's a gain of 9 if the play stands.
On the offense, number 0, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat, 3rd down.
Just the right side of the screen, 0 right here. Watch the hold by Smith. He's got a block. Jacoby Stevens. Watch the right arm right there, that tug right there. Jacoby Stevens stretching out to go.
Down in 11. Mond. Under some pressure. Floats one down the sideline, incomplete. Intended for Weidermeyer. And that allows LSU.
They don't have a lot of guys that can just win. Jimbo's got to do a great job of it, and right now, LSU is winning that battle.
Troy Moore, fair catch at the 25-yard line. Slant, incomplete. Intended for Boutte. Miles.
It's great until that one guy wrong is exposed, and an offense takes advantage of it.
Only a 4-man rush here. Finley out of the pocket. To the sideline, incomplete over the head of Eric Gilbert. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
And it looks like they might be checking out.
There is a late safety blitz. And Finley's hit by the blitzer. Perfectly executed by Texas A&M. Marshall picks up a loose ball, but that was clearly an incomplete pass.
Within that play, in the safety pressure, play the coverage behind, you get off the field again.
Now a lot of time for Texas A&M. And good field position. Just shy of their own 35-yard line
Of the season, and they're not as sharp as you kind of expect a team to be.
Kellen Mond. Incomplete. Odell Flott.
Pressure off the slot.
Here comes the blitz. It's picked up. You know, it's one-on-one as a result. And Mond can't make it happen. Again, it's Flott. Again, he's right there with 3rd down and 10, and LSU still has a timeout left. Mond, again, same spot, looking for the sideline, and Flott has a chance to pick it off. It's incomplete. Once again, that will stop the clock with a
way, but that's the 3rd or 4th throw where he's missed so poorly. You go, you guys aren't on the same page.
Kellen Mond is 0 for his last 6. Ted Gilbert is in the left slot. 4-man rush, swing pass to John Emery. Gets a block. And is brought down inbounds. So that will roll the clock. Finley, tipped ball, incomplete. Now it will be 3rd down and 6 for LSU.
Underneath, see your underneath coverage.
He's going to fire one down the sideline, a jump ball, incomplete. Jaray Jenkins was the receiver.
About 18 yards on the sideline to beat the safety.
the 4th punt in the last 3.5 minutes of the first half.
Goodness gracious.
Anaya Smith makes a fair catch at the 33-yard line. Mond. Incomplete. Hezekiah Jones. Good. They'll run it instead with Spiller. That's worked. He's got a first down. Statistically for either team, Isaiah Spiller that one's wide open. A 9-yard gain to Jones. Long throw to the sideline. Really good coverage again from Derek Stingley. He's on Chase Lane again. And they're going to run it with Spiller down to the 38-yard line.
Call timeout. Whole playbook here. You still got a timeout if you're Kellen Mond.
Here's Weidermeyer. That'll keep the clock rolling, so they'll have to call their last timeout.
Go get 4 or 5 yards.
And then step out of bounds. There it is. Just a few more yards as Weidermeyer steps out earlier in the half. And now 5 more yards heading Texas A&M's way. Let's see. Did LSU jump or were they drawn off?
Layup game on the defense. Disconcerting signals by number 97. That's a 5-yard penalty. Nice first down.
That many fans. It's a lot easier to hear a fake signal. And this time Seth Small puts it right down the middle. And Texas A&M ends the first half with 3 more. They've got a 13-0 lead. When we head to the second half, LSU will start the second half with the football. Kyle Field, 13-0. Texas A&M over LSU. Bob Wischusen, Dan Orlovsky, Chris Budden bringing you Saturday night college football from the SEC and College Station. So missed a field goal when they started a drive in plus territory. So they have missed opportunities to put points on the board as well. Chris Budden.
Running the ball is going to help, but at the end of the day, he's got to make the throw when it presents itself.
Ty Davis-Price dances up the middle for about 3 as we check our first half stats, brought to you by PlayStation 5. And they're not pretty. It's an eyesore. Look at 3rd down.
Play caller constantly feels handcuffed.
A tackle for loss behind the line as Aaron Hansford came through. Here comes the blitz from the edge again. It's a free runner at Finley, and he throws it out of bounds. Teray Jenkins was the nearest receiver there. Another untouched blitzer right on top of TJ Finley.
Watch the left side of the offensive line. 2 guys blocking 1. A free rusher gets home to Finley. That's exactly what A&M's going to expose, and it happens again. That's the story right now. The 3rd down pressure package from the Aggie defense.
Levon Rosenberg punt, takes a sideways hop out of bounds.
Meshes and rubs to help, but Kellen Mond, get the ball in your hand and be accurate with it.
Spiller behind the line, down he goes. Cordell Flott read that toss to Spiller and gets a tackle for loss. LSU shows blitz. Kobe Stevens, here he comes. Tipped ball, and it'll be 3rd down and 14. 4-man rush, on well protected. Dropped ball. Chase Lane had to go down to try and scoop up a low throw, but that looked very catchable.
You get the outside leverage man. Weidermeyer crosses. You come with number 3 in your progression. That in-breaking route. Exactly what...
Fair catch for Coy Moore at the 29-yard line. On the run, Teray Jenkins, a first down and more. It gets thrown down out of bounds by Damani Richards. That was good for 26. Again, a 4-man rush. There's an easy check down. Ty Davis-Price, he loses his footing though. There's a gain of a couple. Blitz off the edge. And that's incomplete. In and out of the hands of Eric Gilbert. But again, TJ Finley does a really good. Third down and 7. Again, A&M shows pressure. They will rush 4. Again, they get a free runner. And that almost is an interception as Leon O'Neal on the dive was attempting to come up with that errant Finley.
That offensive line. Get that guard to step down. He's a second late free runner.
Ron Rosenberg to a fair catch by Anaya Smith at the 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mon back to work from his own 8-yard line. Spiller cuts it back and gets tripped up right near the line of scrimmage. The ball pops out. They'll say he was down. Jet sweep action, and Mond off his back foot dumps it down to Spiller. Cuts it back to the 15, and he's got a first down. Nice play in the open field by Isaiah Spiller. Let's see if some kind of a spark ignites them. As Mond fires a strike. That time Chase Lane got leverage. Picked up 12, Dan, and picked up the first down.
This is a great catch by Lane, who had the drop.
Penalty markers down at the snap.
False start on the offense, number 54. 5-yard penalty. It remains first down.
So it will be first.
How do I manage this game to not lose it for our football team?
Well, just keep giving it to Spiller. That has been a winning formula for A&M tonight. And he pushes the pile for about 4 yards, but there is another marker thrown back at the line of scrimmage.
I think this is going to be on Hawker and Carson Green, that right side of this A&M offensive line.
Personal foul, chop block, high-low combination, number 73 and number 54 of the offense. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Repeat first down.
Watch the right side of the line, okay? So you're going to get Green, the right tackle, to go high, and Hawker to go low. Once those guys are engaged together, hands on that defender at the same, has been really good.
First and 28, and it's going to be second down and even longer. Ali Gay in the backfield to bring down Spiller. That's a loss.
Up in press man coverage, one safety in the middle of the field.
Nowhere to go for Spiller. And Chris Budden, you said at halftime the rain had kind of slowed down to just a drizzle, but it certainly looks like the rain is much more of a factor now. It seems to have intensified.
This with the football here, shorten the field.
I'll just run it and try and buy some real estate for the punt group. Spiller will get to the sideline, get what he can. That ball may have hit a Bayou Bengal, and it is recovered by Texas A&M. Connor Blumrick comes up with the recovery. So Dan, just when you were making the point that who knows what could happen, some type of a special teams error could change the game, it may have just happened.
Watch number 2. McLaughlin right there. Yep.
Hit the inside of his right leg.
Correct. And look at the returner, Moore. Corey Moore's pointing. Ball, ball, ball.
The LSU 33-yard line. Kellen Mond looking downtown. Instead goes back shoulder to the sideline, and it's dropped by Spiller. Mond loses a yard.
To the bottom of the screen.
5-man rush. Mond under pressure and sacked right back outside of field goal range. The ball pops free, and it is picked up and run down the field by Carson Green. Back at Kyle Field, and Dan, remember that fun you had calling that scoop by Carson Green, and the big fella running down the field, and the offensive lineman picks up a first down. Yeah, Kellen Mond was there.
Yeah, you can't take it away, though. You can.
We actually kind of just did.
Me and Carson still had that moment.
That was a moment, fleeting as it were. Kellen Mond ruled down by replay while we were away, so the sack makes it 4th and 19. And now Constantino out to punt again. And spins it down inside the 10-yard line. Play action for Finley, and he's going downtown. And that's incomplete. And Dan, you mentioned it earlier. So another blitz. Wobbly throw, and it's intercepted by Buddy Johnson. He's at the goal line, and he's in. A pick six for Texas A&M. Dan, you could certainly get into your quarterback if you're Coach O, but how many different ways can this pass rush affect the quarterback?
That's a great pressure rush. Watch as a change blitz. They're going to blitz off this side, and then they're going to drop Tyree Johnson. Now watch T.J. Finley. He thinks the back's going to be uncovered. Nope, Tyree Johnson, freeze it. Drops out underneath there, so now he's going to come to number 2, and here's Buddy Johnson hanging out in the middle field, playing with vision on the quarterback. You get pressure, that ball floats a little bit, pick. That's a great job by everyone on this Aggie defense. You blitz off one.
A bad decision by the quarterback.
Panic. Every time if you force a quarterback to play in panic, you're going to create bad decision-making by them. And it's a little bit of a young player, and it's a little bit, I mentioned it, this defense plays like savages going to the quarterback. Now they do quarterbacks play unsettled.
Block in the back. Receiving team. Half the distance to goal. First down.
And what happened before the snap as a quarterback?
Draw play. John Emery stutter steps to the sideline and leaps for a first down. There is a flag down.
Oh, the change pressure.
Holding.
You blitz one guy off from the edge and you think you free completion to the other side, and Coach O is coaching him hard.
That's a lot, but that's the job, right?
Correct.
So after the penalty, another handoff. This one not nearly as successful to Emery with Max Johnson. Max Johnson on time for a first down to Terrace Marshall. Well, if you would have
executed.
Johnson out of the pocket. Gets to the sideline and gets back near the line of scrimmage. Run out by Buddy Johnson.
And they showed out.
Max Johnson off play action. Checks it down to Emery. He picks up a yard.
Get the ball out and see if you can beat the blitz with the pressure, a screen.
Duck under on the rush by Tyree Johnson. And down goes Max Johnson inside the 5-yard line. Andre White all over him.
This looks like Dwight Freeney or something. Like, watch Tyree Johnson here and look at the bend. Just watch the bend on Deculus right here. Watch it. I mean, that's big time. And then the spin around and White sticking that left arm up. Watch, stick the left arm up. You take away kind of that throwing lane, and you continue to chase after the course.
So at 30 years old, might be the only college football player with a 401k. Anaya Smith with a flag down. Gets to the sideline.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 24. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
Pull back now. And he'll get an opportunity. And he will pick up a yard. Lassoed down by Ali. The SEC on ESPN. 20-0 A&M. As they take that lead to the fourth quarter. Bob Wischusen, Dan Orlovsky, Chris Budden. Boy, do we need all of the fans back in college football, right?
Doubt.
There's nothing like the scene at Kyle Field under the lights. It's just one of the best places you could possibly be. As Kellen Mond throws one underneath to Weidermeyer. The three big stadiums in the Big Ten, Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan. The only three stadiums in college football that are bigger than this one. And when it is filled to the brim, like it always is, that 12th man, they are a factor. They are a difference maker.
I did a game there 2 years ago, I think, A&M, UAB. That was my first time there, and the environment was awesome. I would imagine tonight it would have been absolutely rocking.
Here comes a blitz. Kellen Mond underthrows a wide open Hezekiah Jones. You don't usually have a team score that or struggle that much offensively and have a 3-touchdown lead. So it will be the 14th.
Caliber defense. It's just this offense has been so unprepared. They haven't executed. They haven't done anything well tonight. Offense and it hasn't happened for A&M, and I don't think it's going to get much better on the outside. Because here's the thing with tonight's football game, because LSU's played man and they have dominated.
Max Johnson avoids the rush again of Tyree Johnson. Incomplete, wide open was Terrace Marshall. And they just could not connect.
Numbers over time. They're allocating people to try and take him away.
Another sack. Just a 4-man rush, and Bobby Brown got home. It was 3rd and 16. Johnson underthrown, should have been intercepted right through the hands of Jalen Jones.
Way to the field, you have to absolutely rip that football.
LSU's 10th punt. And Ananias Smith makes a fair catch. And back to the air for Kellen Mond. He wants a deep shot. Flags out. Ananias Smith draws the penalty marker against Cordell Flott.
Pass interference, defense number 25. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Create that PI call.
Mond steps up in the pocket. He'll take off and run. And he'll get 9. You know, it hasn't really shown up tonight.
And then I think there's really good coaches who give your team answers, your quarterback answers. Hey, if the defense does this, we'll get to this play, or, you know, give you answers. And then I think there's...
Our crew called A&M at Auburn. Here's a run for Spiller. And he's going to get stood up at the line. We're talking to Kevin Steele, the defensive coordinator for Auburn. And we said, what makes Jimbo for what you're in?
Yeah, and he's always giving you tools. There's always tools in the offense.
Here's Mond to the sideline. That's broken up. Again, it's Stingley.
Not a lasting effect.
3rd down and 10. Here comes the blitz again. Kellen Mond. One-on-one coverage. Incomplete. Chase Lane tried to haul it in.
College Station. I mean, if you look at their offense and the production by all the young players, it's coming. It's coming at Texas A&M, and they are right on the doorstep this year.
They will down that at the 4-yard line.
I think the talent, and I also think the player development that has gone on at Texas A&M.
Johnson to Marshall. Out to the 8-yard line.
We talked about some of the offensive line which have really been dominated so far this season for Texas A&M.
Bobbled ball. Out to the 10-yard line goes Davis Price. Well, Jimbo Fisher and having to recruit Texas. All those connections that you've made, as that ball can't find its way to Eric Gilbert. But now you have to shift your whole, you know, recruiting.
Was going to be impactful with recruiting, with families.
He set that up.
In the Southeast, yeah, I think Delta hooked him up a little bit.
Totally convinced. That's the Jimbo Fisher charter. Ananias Smith with a flag down.
You know,
his way to
players on the outside to consistently
During the
win.
kick, there were 2 fouls, both on the receiving team. Both are holding fouls, number 22 and number 11. The foul against number 11 will be declined. The foul against number 22 will be accepted. 10 yards from the end of the kick, it's first down.
12 season on tap this year in college basketball. Really highly ranked teams. Spiller leads his way into the secondary and picks up 8. On the SEC West, it certainly looks like a
non-Florida. I think Florida's defense is not going to be good enough to slow down that dynamic and explosive Alabama offense.
Which would that be enough to knock Notre Dame out and give a path for A&M to make it that way as well? There's a variety of ways that A&M can get into the top 4.
3 weeks, yeah, then you're going, okay, maybe the Texas A&M Aggies are more worthy. They're the better opponent to get into the college football playoff than Notre Dame without playing a football game, and it has to have some impact.
Spiller loses 3. For 5. college football team. As Constantino kicks it away. And a fair catch made by Coy Moore.
Here's it. I know what your answer is an offensive line. I'm going to continue to attack it. He's been on his A game. He's the MVP tonight.
On the slant, it's Marshall. He has a first down with 5 minutes to go.
You like Elko.
Pack defensive coordinator. Here's Johnson. Lobbing it down the sideline again, looking for Eric Gilbert. Incomplete. When Mike Elko. That's Johnson. There's a nice throw. That's another first down to Terrace Marshall. The speak certainly made an impact in his return. As Johnson dances in the pocket. Looking for a check down, doesn't find one. Floats one, a wide open Terrace Marshall again. And he's got a first down. But with Mac Jones' performance, 5 touchdowns.
Is going to be decided in the SEC title game when they face off against each other. Whoever plays better, and truthfully, whoever wins that game, more than likely is going to win it, because I don't.
We've got 2 true freshman quarterbacks in TJ Finley and Max Johnson trying to play against this NFL style.
24, 36 hours to craft the game plan. Probably not much that is going to be effective. You know, as Mitch, quarterback run that you might be able to dial up, but that's a wasted opportunity. However the opportunity might have came, it's wasted.
Again, a delayed blitz forces Max Johnson to unlock. Johnson running, and he gets inside the 20-yard line. So you're saying if you're Bo Nix,
yeah, our plan. What's my answer? What do I do with the football? That's how putting all this stuff on tape helps your defense. This defense, I mean, Rex Ryan was notorious for this stuff. Those guards to the right.
And Ty Davis-Price picks up the first down. Floats one into no man's land. You know, the cautionary tale as well for how
masks on, like, so the rust is a very maybe I won't call it rust. I'll call it a lack of executional efficiency. You know, like you're getting very little time of actually practicing traditional football, and these are still developing young men, 18 to 22-year-olds.
False start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
LSU's playing number 1. Eric Gilbert. How about that run? And there is a touchdown pass. Exactly the target, Dan, that you thought he'd be looking for in Terrace Marshall.
Some plays on that drive, but that drive's really a great moment for Max Johnson. Operating that offense, going down the field. Guy you think is capable of running the line of scrimmage more. And I don't think you can make that.
The onside kick is secured by A&M, so they can go to victory formation with 38 seconds to go.
I don't think you can make that choice without watching the game tape.
We don't do it.
And then the great thing for Jimbo Fisher and Texas A&M is you finally get back on the field in front of your home crowd after you got ranked 5, and you still win 20-7. And there's a gajillion, I don't want to say, there's a lot of corrections that they can make offensively. And it's great to be able to do it after a win, right? So they got to fix some things on offense, and they got to figure out some stuff. But their defense was absolutely spectacular.
And they still have 3 more games to shake the rust off offensively, get that train back on the tracks before the college football playoff rankings that actually
matter,
are the end-all be-all, come back.
And the great thing for Jimbo and A&M is they still have the offensive line. They still got Isaiah Spiller. They've still got Kellen Mond, who's got a ton of experience, right? So, again, corrections to be made, but they have the people with the capability to do it.
20-7 is your final. Texas A&M over LSU. So Jimbo Fisher's team shakes off the rust to a certain extent. Certainly on defense they did, and win by a couple of touchdowns. For Chris Budden and Dan Orlovsky, I'm Bob Wischusen. Next on ESPN.